country music facts and trivia. Thank you for stopping by. Today's video is on old Johnny Cash, the man in black, and how he once started a wildfire and almost killed off an endangered species of bird. Oh, when the fire went wild. Johnny Cash may be remembered for his many hit songs, including Ring of Fire, but it turns out that a fire started by the man in black once burned up 108 acres of forest and almost killed off an entire species of bird. In the 1960s, Cash was deep into his drug addiction, finding himself in jail many times, but also avoiding having to serve time in prison. But it was during this time that the government came after him for a different reason. Cash was living in California at the time, still married to his first wife, Vivian, along with their 3 daughters. But in June of '65, during a particularly turbulent time in his relationship, he came home one night after being gone for an extended period of time, something his wife resented, and during a heated argument, told Vivian that he wanted a divorce. Wanting to escape, Cash loaded up his camper, which he called Jesse after the outlaw Jesse James, and went to pick up his nephew, Damon Fielder. The pair set off to Los Padres National Forest, but apparently Fielder was none too pleased that Cash was driving them in his camper while throwing back whiskey and popping pills, and confronted him about the impaired state. Eventually, the two stopped to fish in the forest and separated because they were so angry at each other. But it wasn't long before Fielder started to begin to smell smoke and ran to the camper to see Cash with a pack of matches beside him, fanning a flame that was quickly spreading out of control. Fielder realized that they needed to get out of there before the flames overtook them, but in his drunken state, Cash refused to leave. So in a desperate attempt to save both their lives, Fielder grabbed a tree branch and knocked his uncle over the head with it. Unfortunately, it didn't knock Cash out as his nephew had planned, and the singer simply stumbled towards the water where he thought he would be safe. At that point, Fielder decided to try to find help, and eventually was able to flag down a fire helicopter. The chopper landed nearby, and Fielder ran back to Cash and was able to persuade him to get into the helicopter to get them out of there into safety. The blaze, meanwhile, burned down 508 acres of forest and took weeks to eventually put out. It also either drove off or killed 49 of 53 endangered California condors that lived in the forest wildlife refuge. Cash claimed that the fire was started by sparks from a defective exhaust system on his camper, but his nephew wasn't convinced. Fielder thought that Cash started the fire to keep warm and was unable to contain it in his drug-addled state. But either way, Cash didn't really seem to care about the damage that he caused. He wrote about the incident in the 1997 autobiography, where he admitted going to deposition with the government, full of amphetamines and arrogance, to discuss the matter. When asked whether he started the fire, Cash responded, "No, my truck did, and it's dead, so you can't question it." I mean, fair point. He was also whether he felt bad about causing the blaze. "Well, I feel pretty good right now." And as for the birds as he nearly caused to go extinct, well, Cash didn't really care about those either. "I don't give a damn about your yellow buzzards. Why should I care?" Ultimately, Cash would be sued by the federal government in order to pay $125,000, which is nearly $1 million in today's money. Though his fine was later reduced to $82,000 and was paid by his insurance companies, he also claimed that he was the first person ever successfully sued for starting a forest fire. And those birds that Cash almost caused to go extinct? Well, in the 1980s, the government began a program to try to increase the population by breeding them in captivity, which turned out to be a success, and they are now estimated population of around 550 as of 2023. Of course, Johnny Cash really couldn't care less about those yellow buzzards. I mean, between him and Waylon and Willie, and, it's just what a group of nuts. Just plain nuts. I'm so glad I'm sober. I wouldn't want to kill no yellow buzzard, though. Might kill a couple of black buzzards around here. No, there's a bunch of them. Anyway, just kidding. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and I'm praying for you.